everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to be filming a sketchbook tour. It took me almost 2 years to finish this bad boy, but I finally did. Anyways, before we get into the video, I would like to give a shout out to Wild Artist, who is the comment of the week. Thank you so much for your comment. I really like reading all his comments, and if you would like to be the comment of the week, all you have to do is comment on any video. So, here she is in all her glory. I'm going to let you look at my stickers for a little bit, because we've got some on here. This one is Aspen Illustrates here. So yeah, the gang, you know. This one I can't remember where I got it from. This one is Merriment Illustrations, formerly known as Scary Turtle Buns. Also my friend, so that's her sticker, and it's holographic. Yeah, get a load of that. And the rest of these are mine, with exception of that. That's Sticker Mule. But yeah, there's a bunch. Some of these are just like I was just testing with different sticker paper, so it's like, you know, or the printing messed up, as with these two. So yeah, a little fun little thing. Very first page. Like I said, it took me almost 2 years to complete. First page, July 13th, 2021. Wowzers! Didn't mean to take so long, but it do be like that. But anyways, I'm gonna try to go as quickly as I can because this is a very thick sketchbook and I've got drawings front to back, so I don't want to keep y'all too long, you know. But yeah, I wanted to use more color in the sketchbook, which I sort of did. I don't use a whole bunch of color, but you know, I do what I can. You know, I did what I could, rather, when I could. I really like this sketch. It's really cute. But yeah, I just, whenever I felt the desire to use a little color, I just was just like, let me go do that. Love this page. Even though it's really messy, I love it because it's silly. It's just K-Mirror messing around with the fish. And then this one, the fish, he's about to eat it. But yeah, and if I wasn't using color, then I would go and just use line art. Also, this is the Support Black Artists sticker design. This may be the original. I can't remember. But yeah, that's on my Etsy shop if you're interested. It must be the original because I have some other alternative ones. I ended up going with something like this. But yeah, I didn't want to be afraid to use color this time around. Which the interesting thing about that is whenever I use color traditionally, I have this desire to make it perfect. You know, I gotta make it look good. So it was kind of interesting to have to kind of tell myself, it doesn't have to look good. It's just a sketchbook. And for me, sketchbooks don't have to be super fancy. Slight detour. Moth Girl. This was the sketch I did for a Patreon wallpaper, but I ended up doing like something like in this style for a little sticker and also a keychain, which is on my shop. The keychain, I think it's on my shop. I can't remember. If not, I gotta go and add it because I've been kind of bad with updating my Etsy shop as of late. It do be like that sometimes. K-Mirror technically has tattoos, so here I was trying to figure out where the snake ends because he has this snake tattoo that like wraps around his arm, but then it's like, but where's the rest of the snake? So I was trying to figure that out, and I don't know how I feel about this. I ended up trying to figure that out again later, and I like that version a lot better. Which we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. I like this sketch. It's really cute. Just K-Mirror and his wife Shanti. Oh, there they go again. I don't know why I did that. This was for a Patreon wallpaper as well. A little girl on a balloon. I love this page. Really, really cute. Really cute. There's Lentz with the basketball, except he hates basketball. I don't know why I think that's funny, but it is. This is my OC Jakari. She's in the story with K-Mirror. OC K-Mirror. They're like childhood friends. I can't spoil that though, because I do eventually. Eventually, I'm gonna finish that comic. Eventually. Here's actually a page from it, and here's the finished page. I just never uploaded it because I never finished the second page because it's like the Jedi Pledge, and I never finish the pledge. So, because there's like one last part of the pledge, and it's this page here, but like I said, I never finished it, so I never posted it. But you just got a chance to see it. Here it is again, one more time, because I actually am really proud of this page. Which maybe one of these days I just ought to post it anyways, even though it's not finished, because what else will I do with it? Yep. I still use like a lot of just regular pencil in this. I don't have my mechanical pencil with me, but it's a Pentel Twist Erase 0.7 lead. I know some people think 0.7 is not the superior lead, and you know, I respect that, but I like the 0.7. It's just the right amount of thickness. 0.9 is a little too thick, and 0.5 is too thin for me. So, you know, middle ground. 0.7 is perfect for me. This page, I prefer sketch pages, if I can go back. Yeah, this spread is better than this one, because this one feels very bare. Like there's places where I feel like I could have fit more sketches in there. This I did for a brand, Powder Power. Here is the finished on one of their products. It's a black-owned business if you want to check them out. But yeah, I did their logo. It was really fun. And they're really nice to work with. B-Girl sticker. I ended up going with something more like this on my Etsy shop, if you're interested. I believe this was for a tutorial, how to draw head wraps tutorial. I think this was what actually ended up in the tutorial, and I think this was like me practicing before I start the tutorial, because I like to practice a little bit before the tutorial so I can kind of know, because sometimes I'm just kind of on autopilot when I'm drawing, and I want to be able to explain it well when I actually start filming. So I'll sometimes just do a little practice before I actually start filming. Pause to read. It's Lent saying something. I can't remember what it says, and I'm not gonna read it right now. This was me preparing to do a little name tag for work. I don't think, no, this isn't Posca pen. This is just some random paint pen from Michaels. But the next page is Posca pen, because I finally got my hands on some of those bad boys. And I don't really use them for finished drawing. I don't do this type of stuff with the Posca pens. I mostly do name tags for work for Posca pen. I do my name tag and my coworkers. But as of late, I haven't really been at work because of a lot of stuff I'm not gonna get into. But I'll just do my brother's. That's what I've been doing recently. But yeah. I don't know, Dino. I don't know either. I don't know why it says that. Posca pens are nice for doing this in the sketchbook every now and then, you know. I think Posca pens are nice. I just haven't figured out a way outside of doing the little name tags that fits my style is all. I can do small stuff with them, but I haven't figured out how to do larger stuff. If that makes any sense. Yep. I think I already said it. I still used a bunch of pencil, just regular pencil in here. I did say that already. My mistake. I really like this sketch. I like the yellow around the purple. It's really cute. And this is this ballpoint pen. Very nice. I ended up coloring this. Here's what that looks like. It was for a thumbnail for Patreon. My Patreon, I feel like I've mentioned that quite a few times. It's temporarily paused because I don't want to overextend myself at this time, so I'm just pausing her for just a sec, you know, while I get myself together. This is really fun. I started with it's like a gradient, so I started with red, and then a warmer red, and then an orange, and then a yellow at the bottom. That's really fun. I got some new Prismacolor pencil colors, and I was testing them out. That light blue though was a little too light. I didn't swatch it in the store, which is my bad. Should have did that. Which I don't think they had papers out or something that I could actually use. which is unfortunate. I had started a series on my channel where I was going to be drawing my OCs with their favorite little bevs, but I stopped at this one. I'm going to have to pick that up soon. Maybe that'll be my next series. I'm going to have to pick that up, you know? But this is my OC Lens, and this is Myra, K-Mirror, and Shanti. Lens's drink of choice, black coffee. Oh, this is like a little sneak peek of the series, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's like exclusive. Myra's drink of choice would be an iced caramel macchiato. K-Mirror would just be tea, and for Shanti would be coffee with cream and sugar. Interesting thing about these, they're in like our world, and these are Star Wars OCs, so technically I guess hers would be calf. But anyways, I really like this sketch. It's really cute. Lens and Myra are technically like my OG OC couple, but I really like these two. Maybe a little more than y'all. Don't tell them I said that though. It's okay. They can't hear you. They're not real. But I just, whenever I draw like couple poses, I usually draw these two over these two, because these K-Mirror and Shanti's story is more romance driven, whereas Lens's story, and yes, I said Lens, it's not really about Myra. It's about Lens and his journey into loving himself. So yeah, it's different. Because it's different, I tend to draw the other two more often than I draw Lens and Myra together. This is a ladybug girl. I think this was a Patreon wallpaper, but I do have a sticker of her on my shop, which is really nice. This is No Beans. This is a play on something that was a joke at work, and this was the joke at work. It's the Megamind meme, but since I work at a coffee shop, it's No Beans, and I thought it was hilarious, and my coworkers agreed, so I made everyone stickers. There's Lens again with his coffee. I think this ended up being like the second one I drew for the series, because I didn't really like that first one. And I do prefer this one. No, I think I may prefer this one over the other one. Here's just a page of Shanti trying to explore her design a little bit more. I really like this one. It came here with a little cup of tea. And he's really sleepy, because maybe he didn't get enough sleep or something. I don't know. We may be approaching when I started to kind of slack off, because I got my iPad in May of, was it May? Maybe. I'm sorry. Disregard all of that. The point is, I got my iPad back in May of last year. And because of that, I just wasn't using my sketchbook as often, so it kind of took me a little longer than usual to finish it. Stopping there for a sec to talk about this page. This is Moses, using the character design from Prince of Egypt. And this is Zipporah. Not that. That's Moses again. Zipporah from her design from Prince of Egypt as well. I really like this one. This one's funny. I ended up drawing them again on a different page. I really like this one. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying. Oh, Moses again. I really like this one. And I colored it for a thumbnail for Patreon, because I used to do sketch videos on Patreon. Neither here nor there. Like I said, pause. Don't go on there right now. I mean, you can. There's some stuff on there, I guess, that's like, I think it's public. Some stuff. Anyways, boards for work. And that's it. Now I'm going to talk about, Zipporah. And now I'm going to talk about what I was trying to talk about. Well, no, because there's this other thing. This was one of the last things that I showed on my channel. I like colored this in SCI. Also, one of the last times I colored something on SCI, because I got the iPad soon after. And then I also took an unintended hiatus from YouTube after I do that. Something about that one. I don't trust that one. But anyways, yeah, so Stephen Grant, Mark Spector. Love Moon Knight. Watched it 9 times. I will watch it a 10th. Anyways, what I was saying was that since I got my iPad, I took a break from my sketchbook. Unintended. It just sort of happened. Whenever I would pick up my, when I would be like, I want to sketch right now or draw something, I would pick up my iPad instead of my sketchbook. And so just kind of wasn't using it as often. And you know what? It'd be like that sometimes. But back in February, the end of February, I was like, I really want to finish my sketchbook. And I also want to do a series on TikTok. So I combined the two. And that was a really good idea. Praise be to the Lord. And I was able to do two things. One, finish the sketchbook, and two, start making videos on TikTok and feel more comfortable making videos on TikTok and kind of figure out how I wanted to make videos on TikTok and kind of learn the editing software on there, if you can. So yeah, it was a lot, and it was really fun, and I am going to, inshallah, continue the sketchbook series. I'm taking a little break from it since I did do it not quite 30 days because I took a couple of breaks in between because I wasn't feeling well and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really fun. And if you're thinking about making videos on TikTok, that series, like a sketchbook series, I feel like is a good entry level little thing for TikTok. It was really fun, and like I said, I am going to keep doing it because I really enjoyed it. I stopped here because I wanted to talk about this pen. It's the Artist Loft 0.7 gel pen. They have it in different colors. I actually have some different colors right here in front of me. I have a pink and I have a purple. I was about to say blue, but that's definitely not blue. That's purple. These are Copic proof. Fun fact. I learned that on this page by accident. I colored these. Not colored these. I didn't color them. Well, I did eventually. But I sketched these and I did line art, and I was like, I really like how these look and I really want to color them. And I was like, they're probably going to smudge, but I really want to color them anyways. And I learned that these are Copic proof. And they're like $1.29. So if you're looking for a cheap pen to use for line art, or if you're just looking for like something you can, you know, use it in like a sketchbook, but you don't want to spend too much money or whatever, Artist Loft 0.7 gel pen. Very nice. Highly recommend. Anyways, moving right along, and this area of my sketchbook, I was just using the pen a lot because I really do like it for line art, especially like for like smaller stuff, because it's a thin line. You know, I really like this one. I think it's kind of goofy, but it's also kind of nice. You know, kind of nice. This is, I was testing out the Tombow alcohol marker. If you can see that, I would not recommend this. It's not terrible, but it's not exactly great. It felt kind of dry. It could be because I got in the clearance section and maybe they are dry, but I wouldn't recommend it personally. They're just, I mean, they're all right, but like, I feel like if you're gonna spend money on alcohol-based markers, I feel like there are better ones out there. This one's really silly. It's lens, but I don't know why it looks like that. Oh yeah, freaking yeah, chocolate checks. I love chocolate checks so much, so I guess I decided to draw Lentz eating chocolate checks because they are literally the best. Also, this was around the time I started kind of slacking off big time on my sketchbook. I was slacking off before, but here I definitely was not picking this bad boy up because I was using my iPad instead. Okay, I mentioned this earlier about Kamir and his tattoos. If I can find him again. Where art thou? I think he's on his page. Yeah, that was the old design. It's just like the snake stops here, and there's like a bunch of squiggles around it because it felt weird to just have it just stop. But here, the Snape. No, that's not Snape. The snake kind of curls around and then stops here, which I don't like that idea either. I may have it so that it like stops somewhere on his back or something, but then it's like surrounded by clouds. And I like this idea a lot better. I think the only thing I would change is, and that's another thing that was different because the tattoos were like only on half of this side, which I think is an interesting idea, but I like this idea of the clouds kind of wrapping around his torso. I like that idea a lot more, so I think this may be what I go with, except I will have that. I gotta figure out what happens with the snake. I gotta figure that out. But yeah, this is when the sketchbook series on TikTok started. I think this was the very first page that I did. And you can actually see, I feel, from this page to the end, how rusty, just rusty I was. But this series, I really enjoyed it a lot. And I really love working in my sketchbook. I just, you know, I was using the iPad. And here's the funny thing. I haven't been using my iPad as much, and now I'm rusty on there. So I gotta find the balance, you know. There's balance in there somewhere. I just gotta find it, you know. I remembered that I was trying to use color, so a little color thing here. And here's the one thing I don't like about using Copics in sketchbooks, and that's they be bleeding. So I was like, let me do Posca pens on the other side. And it's not the best drawing, but it does the job of covering up whatever's going on behind it. Except, turns out Posca pens can bleed a little bit. So use with caution. I like this page though. I should have just made the whole thing green instead of trying to mix the blue in there, but I still like it. I think it's nice. Yeah, this series was really fun. Like I said, I'm not going to stop doing it because it's fun. Very fun. And I have met new artists on there, and I've also not met new artists. I guess found new artists would be a better way to say it. And it's just really fun, you know? I really like this page, and I like this idea. I feel like I've seen this somewhere, the concept of covering a whole page with color. I definitely didn't invent that. But I can't remember where I saw it, so I can't credit anyone. But yeah, I was like, I really want to do like a little something like that. However, here's the funny thing about this: since I use red and yellow, it's giving McDonald's. But hey, and she's a clown, which doesn't help. But it's not terrible or anything. I do like this page. And I did it again, but with blue this time. Blue is, well, technically baby blue. Baby blue is my favorite. And I used that color that I said was a little too light, but it works on this page. This annihilated my arm because I have cubital tunnel right there. It's like carpal tunnel, which is here, but it's here. And that be hurting sometimes. And this definitely made it hurt. And I had to take a break for a couple of days after that. So next time, if I ever do this again, I would have to space it out. Because I do like this idea. Because I think the final result looks really nice. I ended up doing a couple of tutorials here and there during this series, which I will bring up. I think this was for a video. If I recall correctly, this was a video. This was my video coming back to YouTube, if I recall. But yeah, this is where we enter tutorial zone. This was a tutorial on how to draw bodies, a little anatomy tutorial. So if you want to see that, it is on TikTok. And this is another thing I was like I could do with the bleeding from the Copic markers. Just do line art over it, so it's like a poorly colored in version of the other drawing. This page is nice. It's interesting because my Prismacolor pencil, I'm reaching to get it. I dropped it, so the lead inside shattered. So whenever I would sharpen it, it would just continue to break. So I had to switch over to this Prismacolor Verithin. Well, I didn't have to, because technically I did have more Prismacolor Indigos. Because I like this color for like line art and stuff. And, sketching too. But the interesting thing about these two pencils is the Verithin's lead is a lot firmer than the Prismacolor Premier is. So these sketches are a lot lighter than the Prismacolor Premier sketches. I just thought I'd point that out, a little interesting little something. If you ever were wondering, what's the difference between those two? That's the difference. That's line art with a ballpoint pen. Just thought I'd point that out. I have trouble drawing proportions when I have like a bigger drawing, so I was like, let me do that. Let me practice that. And it doesn't come out, it's not too bad. However, I have same face syndrome whenever I try to draw a large face. I don't know why that is. It's just because I don't do it often enough. I also did a tutorial on TikTok on how to draw clothes, and here's me explaining draping versus creasing. So if you want to, see that, so over on that clock out. Anyways, I really liked this little sketch here of, I mostly liked it because it's Lince's hair. I used to draw his hair like this, but I was like, I don't think he would actually cut his hair like that because it's like a little bang situation. But he wouldn't actually do that because I just don't think he would. He wouldn't care that much. So then I switched over to this little curl. You know, his hair is just maybe not as long in the front, but not all of it. It's not deliberate. Maybe it just broke off or something. But I do like the look of this. So on the next page, I, one, switched back over to the mechanical pencil. And two, I was exploring that hair some more. Even though, like I said, I used to draw him with that hairstyle. I just changed because I was like, that's not in line with his character at all, I don't think. So I stopped. But I continued here because even if it doesn't make sense, it's fun. So I'm going to do it. I really like this one. It's that haircut, but his hair's down. It's given 80s. Very nice. Here he is again with that haircut, except this time he's with Myra because I wanted to draw a bunch of couple poses, and that was the whole thing. Like I said, from that point where I said this is where the sketchbook series started to here, all of these are documented. So if you want to, you want to see some of these sketches being made, it is on TikTok. But I really like this particular spread, and I like this one so much that I drew it. And I think this was my last video on YouTube, so another thing you can check out. I'm just giving you so much homework, but you don't have to do any of it if you don't want to. But if you did, the option is there. I like this too. I like this. It's really cute. It's just really cute. And here's Lince and Myra again, except on separate pages. Because why not? And they're, but some of these are just silly faces. Not all of them, though. That's a silly face. And that's a silly face. But not all of them are silly faces. And then I decided to do that same thing, but this time with K-Mir and Shanti. Who, like I said, these are usually the two that I usually draw like couple poses with. And I really like this spread so much. I like the look of the just graphite with line art. It looks really nice in the sketchbook. And it added little pops of color here and there. Like for K-Mir's tattoos and little hearts and stuff. So it's really nice. On this page, I did just a few little self-portraits. This one's silly because I took a picture of me. No, was it a picture? It was. I was showing off my shoes. And I thought it was funny. So, and the pose made no sense. I don't know how I did it, so I took a picture of it. Yep. This is Salem. I think I can't remember her name on YouTube, so here it is. I was watching one of her videos, and I was like, that fit is nice. So I drew her, except this does not really look like her. So we're gonna have to work on that. We're gonna have to work on likeness, capturing likenesses. I did a tutorial on TikTok on how to draw faces, and that's what this side was about. I don't think I showed this side on there, which is a shame because some of these are really funny. That one's really simple, but it's silly. I like the silly ones. And here's a page of just a lot of silly ones. Not all of them are silly, because I remember with this one I was like, I've been too silly. I gotta calm this silliness down. So let me draw a serious one. But then I finished it with some more sillies. So yeah, I just whenever I'm like, I don't know what I want to draw right now. Silly face. It's the solution, you know. Got some more over here. I should not like the silly ones as much, but I do. I may like them more than my other ones. On this page, I drew a bunch of fruit girls, starting with a strawberry, because strawberry shortcake, even though these are not related to strawberry shortcake in any way, shape, or form, but strawberry shortcake to me is just, she's just the OG fruit girl. So I had to start off with a strawberry. But my favorite one is blueberry. Just, it's really simple, but it's really cute. And also grape is one of my other favorite. She has like little bantu knots, except they're not actual bantu knots, or they're like really simplified bantu knots. They're just little circles. And it's supposed to like represent grapes. And I think it's really cute. And here's the blueberry girl again. She took off her glasses. Apparently she saw someone who had the audacity, so she had to take those bad boys off and look them in the eye with her raw eyeballs, because what the heck. Anyways, I do the fruit girls again. Here's the blueberry girl again. And then the grape girl. And then cherries. There's technically cherry girls on the other side. And it was 2 cherries. There was a sour cherry and a sweet cherry. And they were supposed to be like twins or something. But then I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. So then I drew another cherry girl. And she has a lot of little circles in her design to kind of represent cherries. And then I didn't know what else to draw, so I drew my lamp. And the last page. Oh my god. Oh my god. April 4th, 2023. That was earlier this week, right? Yeah, it was earlier this week, 4 days ago. Wow. Time sure does fly when you're having fun. We're going to go back to that first page so we can kind of do a little compare and contrast here. There he goes. And then the last one. Sort of a redraw of that pose, but it is a redraw of that pose. Sort of. Kind of. But with different colors. There's like a slight, very slight change. Very slight. But I think it's really cool. I shaded his teeth in this one. That's an interesting choice. I didn't shade him this time. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun filming it. I hope you enjoyed all my little sketches. Like I said, the last 60 pages, I guess, are on TikTok if you want to watch those. Don't mean to be plugging it like that, but hey, I might as well, I guess. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll come back in a couple of weeks for my next video. Thanks, and bye. Bye. Bye.